Alright, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to say, Kal Wayim La, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai Bashem Harakak Wadash, and double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, GMS, right? Of course, that's where I learned the truth from, honest to the brothers out there across the four corners of the world, pushing out this truth with all sincerity. Young brother here, and up a little bit early today, but as I said, man, I know me, I'm gonna try to get these videos out, man, before I start doing, other shit, because once the goddamn food comes out, once the damn food comes out, or you start doing other stuff, man, it gets rough. So if I can, get the videos out, let's go. Right? Gotta pump them videos out. Pump. Let's get to work. So this is from Times of Israel. And all I did was look up, because this is something that Netanyahu I've said before. Prime Minister's office said it's preposterous to say his evoking amalek was a genocide call. Right? So in his, this is old, January 2024. In his reference to Gaza and things like that, these Palestinians and stuff, in his wars, he calls them, he references Amalek, right? So then he also's office notes a biblical phrase about remembering enemy of ancient Israelites hangs in Yad Vashem, as well as the Hag and memorials to Jews killed in Holocaust, right? Which we know, all that shit with the Holocaust, it's baloney. I mean, the ovens that they even had back then, like, it wasn't even capable of, like, destroying human bones. Even today, it's not capable of destroying human bones. Like, that these like a crusher and all kinds of stuff. It's not. It's just no. Back then it wasn't that powerful. And to burn that many bodies, they didn't have stuff like that back then. And then I think when you go into it, like that Zyklon B stuff, it's like a pesticide, dude. That was because they had ticks and bugs on them. And you could do your digging on it, But either way, we know they're not the people. Isaiah 2, Isaiah 14, like 1 and 2, but we're just going to get some info on it, right? Prime Minister's office on Tuesday hit out at South Africa's allegation that comments by Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, referencing the Amalekites, the biblical enemy of the ancient Israelites, right, which are the true people, right, which are so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. According to what is it? Is it Genesis? Is it 58? I think it might be 58, 59. Towards the end, it'll prove it. There's many scriptures you can go prove that we're the people, and that the Most High, and His Son Yahushai, they have dark skin, and afros. They look like so-called black people. Netanyahu's reference to the Amalekites are part of South Africa's charge of genocide against Israel in International Court of Justice, which was held last week in The Hague. The statement on Tuesday, nearly a week after South Africa made the accusations, the Prime Minister's office dismissed them as absurdities and said the false or prosperous charges reflects deep historical ignorance. Right. So he's trying to say that, referencing that was just a remembrance, not this is just a call for killing, which it was a call for killing. He's fucking lying. Right, and all I did was look up Netanyahu kill Amalek, the dangerous history behind Netanyahu's Amalek rhetoric. Right, so he's trying to liken you know, these Palestinians to Amalek, you know, and these different, you know, Ishmaelites around them to Amalek, you know. And then I just went down. Uh, hold on. And then went here. You know, it's this website, Chabad.org. Right, I'm not reading all this stuff, but you know, just like who are Amalek and the Amalekites, right? And it says Amalek today. The command to destroy Amalek cannot be fulfilled today, since the identity of Amalek has been lost over the millennia. Still, the command to remember Amalek still holds true in the spiritual realm. So they say, "Oh yeah, remember Amalek," right? And they just liken Amalek to all their to anyone that goes against them. So yeah, we gotta kill all you guys, man. You know, and they're likening these Ishmaelites to Amalek, but these Palestinians are not Amalekites. Actually, you know, the Apostle says, and I agree. You know, some of them are Jake. Hell, man. I mean, I work with a lot of them, man, and sometimes they be looking like if you put them. I mean, even the ones that grow up here, you know, you talk to them, they be sounding like Hispanics or something, and then I just feel like, you know, if it wasn't for, you know, my if I didn't have prior experience, you know, with a lot of, you know, Ishmaelites or see them, you know, from time to time, and they're like, geez, man, I probably think you're like a Hispanic or some shit, you know, and like you know, I would think, but you know, I've seen them before, so it's like I could kind of pick out the two. It's, you know, we don't look the same, you know, but sometimes in Northern Kingdom, Jake could look, you know, kind of like that because, you know, people were scattered, man, you know, and of course with Northern Kingdom, you know, I mean, they were by Moab and, you know, they intermixed and whatever, so, you know, that's why they have a different kind of look, you know. I think it even says that, like, was Ephraim mixed himself among the people or something like that? Yeah, I don't know. There was something like that. I know there's one that's caked, not turned, and stuff like that. I know. I've heard that one before. Alright, but basically, they say that Amalek doesn't exist, and you know, and Yahoo's like, oh, you know, Amalek, Lulu, they're just like Amalek, you know. And they try to call them Amalek. Well, that's funny because we already know who Amalek is. Amalek is you. You damn fake Jews, man. You fake Jays, you know. That's what it is, you know. I think I might get this one offhand. Yeah, this is the book of Numbers 24 and 17. I shall see him, but not now. I shall behold him, but not nigh. There shall come a star out of Jacob, and a scepter shall rise out of Israel, and shall smite the corners of Moab, and destroy all the children of Sheth. This is talking about Yahushua, right? You can also go into you know, Isaiah 63 and everything, and you know, go into all that, all the things about, you know, Yahushua coming, you know, red in his apparel, you know, destroying Basra, which is America, right? Hell, even these Amalekites and these rabbis, even they've come out and said, hey, you know, America is spiritual Rome, and they'll say that America is Edom. You know, see it funny, say Hedom. We say Adawam, right? But they say America's Hedom, you know. And Edom shall be a possession, Seir also shall be a possession for his enemies, and Israel shall do violently. His enemies of the nation Israel. Right? They should take over that land and own it. Right? That's in Amos. Amos talks about that. Might be, I know it's around the house of David. You know, it'll go into that. Out of Jacob shall come he that shall have dominion, and shall destroy him that remaineth of the city. Right? He that shall have dominion. Yahushua, you know, bringing that destruction. Right? And when he looked on Amalek, he took his parable and said, Amalek was first nation, but his latter end shall be that he perish forever. Right? So Amalek was first in the nations. Right? Now, the Palestinians are not first in the nations, but the first in the nations are the fake Jays. So all I do is just look up Jews and media, right? And look up nothing crazy, right? And here you go. You just get all kinds of stuff. All the major creators, finances, and supporters of the voice to Parliament are Amalekites, right? So, by all the news media, let's see here. Yeah, and this guy said here, these guys are all, I think this guy in Mayorkas, I don't know if he's actually a Amalekite. I heard one of these guys are, might be, fucking, like, adopted or some shit. But they have some ties to them. Yeah, you see here, Amalek, you see, Amalek, it's a little laggy, but, and then, you just got all of it, man. It's a lot, Fuck, it's not loading right, but, you got all kinds of stuff, just you do some digging, you'll see. Yeah, so, all I just did was look at this IPAC, the America-Israel Public Affairs Committee. Is a pro-Israel lobbying group that advocates its policies to legislative and executive branches of the United States. With several pro-Israel lobbying organizations in the country, has been called one of its most powerful lobbying groups. So yeah, how is Israel so powerful? Right, because they have advanced economy, right? But that just came from Western backing, and they're just propped up because they lead it, right? But all that shit, and then she goes all the way back to Rothschilds, man. How does IPAC shape Washington? The pro-Israel groups plan to spend millions in U.S. elections. To be honest, it's probably them that's fucking rigging these elections, man. They part of that shit. How powerful is IPAC? Yeah, so they are generally rated near the bottom. That's what you want to do. The IPAC got too much power, right? But they're competing with pharma and oil. Reject IPAC, $100 million in U.S. elections, which is probably, you probably have a group spending a lot more than that. But, shit. You got other, it's one of the strongest groups still, and we can't forget that all the stuff we just read about them in politics, about them, all over the place. Alright. So, my next thing I want to get is this one. Right, when I go into this, I'm not, pardoning you Ishmaelites, man. Y'all also, put us in slavery. Cutting off our fucking willies too, bro. Y'all are wicked too, man. Y'all gonna get judged. And you're gonna be enslaved. Pertaining to Isaiah, the 60th chapter, and build up our land. But the only difference is that after the 1,000-year period, you'll go back to your land. You'll just continue to serve us, And as you said before, with your vocab, getting desperate and saying, hey, you Israelites, you guys are murderous. You have murder in your heart. You're violent, right? Yes, in the scriptures, according to the scriptures, whatever nations in the city shall be destroyed. So yeah, if you have a nation and you have them working, and they say no, you are within the right. You have the right to whoop that ass, right? With the spiritual power, you have the right to attack them with spiritual power, right? And if they refuse and they continue to refuse, then you have the right to slay them. That's what it is. You know, the laws and things like on how to treat your slaves, well, treat your servants. That applies to us, man. You know, we're not supposed to be killing each other. You know, and letting each other free. You know, after the 7 years. And hell, if you even read, well, I think it's in Deuteronomy or Leviticus, it says the nations you can keep and you can resell the nations, but your brother you don't resell. You don't sell him to like an Ishmaelite, you know, or a Hamite. You don't sell your brother away, right? You don't resell. There's the book of Ezekiel 35 and 5. Therefore, thus saith the Lord God, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the vestige of the heathen, and against all Idumea, which I appointed my land into the possession with the joy of all their heart, with spiteful minds to cast it out for a prey. Exactly, they're using our land, and they have the spiteful minds. That's why they have the Pink City, Tel Aviv, and a lot of weird shit going on down there, man. You know, that land is a cesspool. You know, when I looked it up, like what? Don't they have like rampant prostitution and things like that? You know, even though stuff like that is lawful, that's you know, that's fucking out of order. You know, it shouldn't be rampant. Shouldn't have stuff like that rampant. You know, and shit like that. You know, got all these fucking, you got wars going on down there. We're seeing shit's about to, you know, blow up into a regional war. You know, I'm certain they probably don't even follow a land Sabbath. You know, man, they probably, you know, they're warning up everything, man. You know, it's abominable. You know, yeah. And here you got just this, you know, Israeli mafia, organized crime groups in Israel are consisting of Israeli members. There's 16 crime families operating in Israel, 5 major groups active on a national level, and 11 smaller ones. There are 6 Jewish crime families active, and 3 Arab crime families. Many heads and members of the crime group have either been killed or in prison. So yes, you have them out here. You know, Rosenberg, Dinkelberg. See, you got them over here. You know, Egyptian Jews. You know, some of them could be Jake. You never know. Some of these people out here could be Jake. You know, money laundering, fraud. Druze. Oh yeah. There you go. Ishmaelites. I never heard of that before. Russian mafia. You know, and they're involved with it because a lot of them came from Russia. Yeah, you got some from Georgia as well, but I know a large amount of them came from Russia. I remember reading a book about it. You know, they actually were giving money to Amalekites that came from Russia. Because, you know, that stuff all goes back to Khazars, you know. Don't let that be that, Lord, if I show them.